So you're saying it's losing the air completely?
Uh-huh. So there's a hole somewhere.
It's still leaking.
Well, that's it. Okay, now then they say crank this up to 100 psi.
This 200?
No, this.
No. Well, that's like a full scale.
Okay.
I think this comes out as 110 or something.
Okay, then lock it in.
Yeah.
Ah, not with the towel. Ah. Okay. So it's 100 psi. And connect this. And it's got a full leak. Where's the leaking from?
So you're saying it's losing the air completely?
Uh-huh. So there's a hole somewhere. And they say like you can like if it's losing air somewhere, it's either you can put a glove on the intake
No.
and that would blow up, but that's not blowing up, so it's not going out this way.
So we have a full 100% leakage.
Now here's the crazy part. If we
Yeah, so this, the crankcase would be the piston itself. So if you get the air coming out,
if you get air
if you get air coming out of the crankcase, so if the air is coming out here, that means the pressure gets through the piston into the crankcase and it's coming out.
Okay.
If you have the intake valve,
they come out the intake.
then you would hear this.
Okay, well then
But if you feel it coming out of the exhaust, that's the exhaust valve.
but I guess it's not enough pressure to go out. So is the valve not seated fully?
Yeah, the valves don't close all the way, or they don't seal. Like they don't.
So how does that happen? That a valve all of a sudden does not
Seal?
Yeah. Build up of some sort?
They don't close, which means they don't look bent. So if they
But
they didn't hit the piston.
If they hit the piston, then you would kind of see that it hit.
Yeah, you would hear that. You would, well, besides the pistons have their leaves, so they probably, well, it's coming through the exhaust, and that means the exhaust valves. Maybe we should open them up and look at them again. Or you want to test this?
Just
Cylinder one? Pump this up?
Yeah. What are the chances of it being at the top? I probably should look at it.
We should look at the valves in this cylinder too, just for the just to compare them, because we can compare if we do that. Yeah, it definitely had like a lot of pressure in the whole exhaust. I let it go and there was air coming out of it. It was just like a whole lot of air actually. So this snaky camera. So we're going to look at the, I wonder if I can see anything here just for the fun of it. If you can see the piston first.
It looks like it's at the top.
Well, the piston is somewhere in the bottom. So the piston looks
Better.
actually better. It looks better. So this looks better. How about the other side? I cannot see the other side. Kinda. No pieces are missing. Yeah, okay, let's switch to intensify. Why is it so complicated? Normal, okay. That's normal. This goes into the mode, whatever that mode is. Oh, maybe the 180? Right, okay, this is the... Yeah, you have to press and hold 180. So we have two valves. Which side? Okay, so these are the exhaust valves. It's like at bottom of the ocean. It flips too. So that's the correct way. So these are the exhaust valves, and they look like that. I think they are closed more.
They do look like they're closed more.
So if you try to go to the other two valves, these look like that.
Those are also closed.
Yeah, they're also closed in the sides. The sides look. I wonder if this one has scratches or. And this one doesn't have a scratch like that one does. See, this piston looks better. Now this cylinder. See, this one doesn't.
No, there's a little bit. Keep going. It was on. Yeah, right there. Right there.
Yeah, but these are kind of small scratches.
Yeah. But that's not enough to cause a leak.
Well,
Scratch is not
I
enough.
think. Do you want to see if this one
Let's
passes the test? Well, let's do it.
So is it at the top? No, to the bottom.
But the valves are closed, so I don't think it matters. We can just probably not. Can plug this in. Well, this one shows.
Oh. You hear a leak.
But why is it coming out of? I wonder if we should.
Here, watch. What's the glove?
Oh yeah, that inflates.
Yeah, so the intake valve is.
But maybe we should rotate it. Maybe they are not completely closed. Yeah, that's really annoying. Why? There. That's better.
Okay, so then
So,
stick a zip tie in it.
do we have to get the?
But they looked closed.
Yeah, so that's strange. Rotate the thing and see if the valves. Hold on a second, let me. And the piston is up.
On the top?
Yeah. Yeah, the valves are closed.
Okay, let's try it again.
The valves are closed.
Is the piston at the top?
Yes. Piston is at the top. Okay, so this should.
Still leaking.
So this whole thing is leaking. So now the intake valves don't seal properly. I think it needs a head job, because that's definitely. Did you check the compression in this? Was it good compression? I guess this one. Now this one is good. It shows low, but
Well, he said up to 20% is okay.
yeah, is it still there?
It's still leaking there a little bit.
So this one is a good cylinder.
No, I've got a.
Yeah, the intake again. It's 100% leak. So cylinder 3, again, 100% leak, and goes into the intake.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's the intake and the exhaust, because at this point I don't think. I mean, you can plug this in, and I can go listen to the exhaust. Let's hear. Nothing. Yeah, but why is it intake? Plug this in. Whoa! Did it push the piston down?
I think so. Yeah.
So
Well, why did it do that?
well, because it's a lot of pressure, and just applied that pressure to the piston and it pushed it. Now probably valves are open or something. Wow, that was interesting. I'll have to watch it again. Did it go like backward?
Mm-hmm.
Not that much pressure?
Yeah, I guess, yeah, because it kind of bounced on me.
Yeah, it opened.
Mm-hmm.
You know where it was?
Here?
No, I mean where the handle was.
No, because it just kind of bounced.
The fun cylinder number 4. I kind of don't like how the exhaust is not sitting like all the way. It's just not sitting all the way.
Yeah, it looks like it's...
Like it's not all the way up. And it's not, again, this is the exhaust.
Yeah. Yeah, you could hear it going through the manifold.
Yeah, you can actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's coming out through the exhaust valves. Yeah, and it's a really pronounced sound. So the valves don't close. This is the device. Matco tools.
Yeah, I borrowed it.
Oh, that's expensive.
Yeah.
Oof. Because the valves, the exhaust valves, don't look like they close all the way. And they don't close all the way because something prevents them from... The socket is stuck
No socket.
on the...
Oh, yeah, it's kind of rusty.
So they don't close. I mean, I can think of like, if they don't go all the way up, I can think of like 2 reasons. Like either something is in the way or they're bent.
But it runs fine. It doesn't misfire or have any problems on those cylinders.
On the 5?
5, 1, 2, 3. Good compression.
Right, 1 out of 6 is no compression.
And the other ones don't pass a leak down test.
Well, some passed.
Well, some barely.
Yeah, that was 20% and... But they had compression, right?
I mean, we can test compression. It's not hard to pull spark plugs out.
Do you want to try? Or what's your plan for? Well, I guess get the spark plugs out and is the battery charged to run the compression test. You want me to do it? Pull them out.
Yeah. Maybe the back one's right.
Compression test. About 200.
Oh, even more than I had.
Okay,
You reset it?
I reduced. Yeah, that's almost 210. Cylinder 3. Okay, ready. Yeah, that's 14. Which is almost 210. This one. Ready. So there is no compression in this one. Like, pretty much nothing. And I think the other 2 you said they also looked good. Well, ready. Yeah, this one is a little bit lower, like 13 and a half, like 190. But
not crazy bad.
cylinder 4 is dead. Cylinder 4 is just like nothing is there. So the cylinder 4 has no compression and the leak test shows the air coming out through the exhaust valves. What does that mean? That the valves don't seal. And this is the exhaust valves. Did they get burnt somehow? I can only guess.